Today I'm going to make a Chinese pork dinner. It only has a few ingredients, but man are they good ingredients. We're going to use a red bell pepper, some snow peas, some ginger, there's vinegars and soy sauces and ketchup. Of course there's always cornstarch in there. Now for sugar I'm using our Diabetic trivia sugar. There is garlic and we'll mix that with our ginger. Today for the meat, I'm using a loin pork roast, and that should be really, really good. So let's get started. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Diabetic Diet Show. I've already laid out the ingredients. I have a lot of the things cut up already, and I'm starting the instant rice pot over here. And with the rice pot, I just did 1 cup of water, 1 cup of rice, and a half a stick of butter. That will work on its own. The ginger, I measured it out and I ran it on a cheese grater. So that's all set, ready to go. I like to keep it frozen because ginger turns to mush otherwise. I need to cut up the bell pepper, need to check my knife and just make sure that it's straight, and that's what this does. This straightens out the knife, and you really should do it every so often. You don't have to do it a real lot. Doesn't take real long to do. Throw that away in a drawer, and then I just run a towel over it just to deburr it and make sure there's no metal shavings on it. Here is our red bell pepper, and we want to lay this out. Kind of break the back is what they say, and then fillet off the ribs. Have the outside back down so that it doesn't dull your knife, and then you can cut up your slivers. Usually when you do an Asian meal, you leave these in matchsticks. You don't cross cut this. So I have that all set. Next is my snow peas, and I'll just make sure I get the bag open. I don't know if you've noticed or not lately, but it seems like bag manufacturers have switched to a rubber type product, and the bags are real hard to open. The next thing I want to do is to get the pan going, and I have some oil. You're supposed to use a couple tablespoons of oil. I don't exactly measure that. Then for the meat, because it's going to be for just myself, Barb is not going to be in on this meal, I'm going to take a pork roast and I'm going to cut it in half. Knife cuts really good after you deburr it like that. And then I'm going to put it back in the refrigerator. Now for Asian meals, you typically end up cutting the meat into bite-sized pieces. So I like to use a fork or a glove with the meat. So here we go. Just like this. And of course, the colder the meat is, the easier it's going to be to cut up. But you do want it sitting out for a good 20 minutes before you start. So that's what I've done. And this is not ready yet, or it would start sizzling. Now I pull it off the pan, and I'm going to put them on a paper towel. I'm going to try to leave any grease that's in here inside the pan, because I need that for my ginger. And my garlic. Peppers. One more, tried not to go. These only cook for a couple minutes. You just want to kind of brown them up. You don't want them soggy. You want a little bit of a crunch to them. Mix them in that ginger and that garlic. Now your snow peas, of course I rinsed them, and I'm going to cook them until the moisture's off them. I wish you could smell these, how good this smells. Now, in a mixing bowl, vinegar, our sugar. Now, if you're following the regular instructions, it's going to be more sugar than what I put in here. Because I used our trivia, I used just a little bit of sugar. You can always add more later, but you can't take it out. It's just like salt. You don't want to put a lot in there. And we have a whisk. This is a flat bowl whisk. Okay, it's starting to boil, so you just want to make sure it's turned down. Then take your cornstarch in your mixing bowl and your water. Mix that up into a slurry. That could be your word of the day, slurry. And just out of curiosity, how many people like Asian food? If you like Asian food, right now, hit the thumbs up button. How many people like Asian food? And please hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button if you like Asian food. Vegetables in here, and we'll give them a big toss, just like that. Because you want all that juice together. And the rice has been warming, so I'm just going to kind of do a little few turns here just to make sure everything is all mixed in. I think the boiling effect of the rice mixes the butter with it. So we need to put some rice on the plate like this, just a little bit more. And we'll make a nice little well right in the middle. And then we'll serve this up. Just like this. And there we go. That's going to be a fantastic meal. And if you'd like to see some more shows, here's 2 more just like it.